Alright guys, we're going to take this hub off. We're going to change out these brake rotors, put some new brakes on it, and disassemble this hub. I'll walk you through it step by step. It's the first time I've ever done it. I just got done with the other side and I didn't see any other videos, so I figured I'd do one. These rotors here are pretty much chewed up. There's 0 brakes left, and we're going to go through it step by step.
Go.
Alright, I got my drink, got my tools, we're ready to go. First thing we're going to do is take out all these Allens. Take all these off, and then this hub will pull off. So as soon as I get these done, we'll go from there. Alright, we got all these bolts out. Take your small screwdriver. Just work your way around this real easy. And the hub comes off. Okay. Alright, we took the cover off. You got one screw here that actually holds all this on. We'll take that off in a minute. Now we need to take the caliper off. Got 2 screws here in the back. This is on a 1983 Chevy Silverado also. We'll take these 2 off, lay this out of the way, and then we'll go from there.
Okay.
I took these screws out to hold the caliper on. You got 2 spacers that go in the back here. Make sure you don't lose them. Pull the caliper out of the way. Set it down over here. That brake pad's gone. There's nothing left. That's what cut all this up. And what I like to do is take your clamp. What we'll do is we'll push that plunger back in. Do it real slow. This will get your plunger back inside. Don't force it, just let it go by itself. Because it's having to push all that fluid back in your brake lines up to your reservoir. So just do it nice and slow. After I get this pushed in, then we'll turn the video back on.
Okay.
Alright, now that we got the C-clamp, push the plunger all the way in. See, it's flat now. That'll allow the room for your new brake going on there. So I got this pushed back, so now we just set this out of the way. There's that little screw there. Go ahead and take it out. That's just a little keeper. Oh, wait. There's a little tiny keeper right here that needs to come out. As I get it out, I'll show you. Little ring holds that in. Set that over there out of the way. May not even have to take that. May not even have to take that little one off. Pull it apart. Set it over here. Doesn't look like there's any oil or anything in there. No grease or nothing. Full of water. Clean some of this out. It's probably going to be pretty tough to get this one off, but Look inside here. If you look inside there, there's a nut that's got 4 little slots in it. They make a special tool that you can use in there to hand crank these off. Automotive store usually rent them to you. I didn't have one, so I'm going to have to use punch, catch it on the side and just tap it off. If it's not rusted on there too bad. So as soon as I get that first one off, I'll show you what the second one looks like. Alright, we'll tap this. See that nut in there moving? What we'll do is we'll just keep tapping all the way around till it's out. And then we'll do the second one and I'll show you it. Alright, this is the nut I just took it off. These are those slots I was talking about. They make a tool that goes in there where you can back this out. So set this off to the side. And inside here, take this little spacer washer out. It's got holes all in it to line it up. It's got a notch. It's got a notch on it so it only can go back in one way. There is no right or left, so just put it back on. Now this other nut. Alright, this is the second nut in there. Clean it off real quick. Nasty. Alright, I'll clean it off later. I wanted to show you this little nub right here. That's where those holes line up and lock that thing in. So this one right here is going to have to go on first with the nub sticking out. Then your washer, which only goes on one way. You'll have to line these two up. It's a little tricky, but you get it. And then you put your other nut on to lock it in place.
Go.
Ready? Alright, now that you got that off, there's a bearing inside here. We'll just take this off. This bearing here is shot. All the BBs fell out. Look down here. Over here, look down here. All the bearings busted out, so this one right here is no good. We'll have to get another one to replace it. But we're going to go ahead and change out the rotor and everything. Then we'll come back.
Don't put that on. Okay.
Alright, I took these lug nuts, screwed them on the studs here, hit them with a hammer and knocked the studs out through the back. And they come off here. Put the new rotor on. Took it in there on the vise and just take a hammer and knock them back in, the studs. Now that I got that done, we had to replace that bearing, had to go get another bearing. And I replaced the race while we had it out. So now, put this back on here. Take my new bearing, it's already packed. Looks like it's not the right size. Let's take this back off. Now put it back on. That's it. Now we'll take the nut that's got the little nub on it sticking out. Put it back on there. As soon as I get it on there, then we'll go to the next one.
Go.
Alright, I got my punch. I'm reaching on the inside here. I know you can't see from over there, but Anyway, catch one of those lips. Catch one of the lips and just tap it down. Just snug it up. It ain't gotta be super tight. Alright, here's your little keeper ring with all the little holes in it. I'll just take a magnet, stick it on the top. Remember, it's got this little key right here, which it only goes on one way. When you slide it in there, you may have to adjust that back nut to make sure it lines up with one of those holes. And then we'll take the other nut, which is hid somewhere right now. Sitting right there on the box. I'm going to take this nut and I'll go ahead and put it back on, do the same thing, just tighten it up with the punch. Alright, I got everything back in there. I tightened up that other one. I just packed this in with grease. You know, go all out, put as much in there as you can. I'm going to clean this up a little bit. Put some more grease on this. Slide it back on there. And then we'll take the hub, put the hub back on. After you put your retaining ring in. And the retainer ring's on. Put our hub on. Put our Allen bolts back in. Let me tighten these up and we'll be right back. Alright, now we got the hub back on. Got the hub back on, got it all lubed up, make sure it works good. We'll take the brakes. This ain't a video about the brake job, but the brakes will just go back on the same way that we took them off. 2 bolts in the top. I'll replace the pads and that'll be it. So now, this is my first time ever doing this, so if I can do it, you can do it. We got the tire put back on. Tighten up all the lug nuts, and that's it. We're ready to go now. My hand tightened the lug nuts. Huh?
What kind of truck?
Oh, it's a 1983 Chevy Silverado. I'll just tighten these up and that'll be it. We're ready to go.